welcome back to another episode of Dystopia³. This will be mostly a base tour episode, with some Enderman farm thrown in there, stuff like that. Should be fun, might be a little shorter than normal, but that's okay. So, AE system as normal, we've got a vending machine now for guns. We have plenty of this iridium stuff in here. If we need to get more, and if we need more, we just go around the quarry. So we've got a lot of storage stuff set up, a couple old-fashioned chests. These furnaces, we still haven't gotten them to work, you know, they're running on this old-fashioned chests and whatnot. This is the chest that drops from the Galacticraft when you land. I'm kidding, we just haven't used these furnaces in forever. Of course they work just fine, but we never use them, so. I was informed that this is supposed to be a large computer monitor for counterintelligence. I think there are 3 keys. They correspond to bits and dashes and dots, and I don't even know. You do Morse code on them or something, and it didn't, as you can see, clearly. It's so interesting. Like, the amount of information that's displayed on the screen is just... it's so overwhelming, you can't actually even see anything. So we know so much about the enemy, we don't even know what we know about them. But, automation room, all the rolling machines, because you can only have one pattern per rolling machine, so liquid transposer for filling stuff up with water. I don't know if we've got bottles in this mod pack, lots of different stuff. Processing dust, this is our automated stuff, taking stuff from the quarry. This is how we make steel instead of bothering with a blast furnace. Although, since we need some creosote oil, we said, hey, look, coke oven. Tank of oil, might need to go pump some more stuff into it soon. Doesn't look like we use all that much fuel very often, so, good stuff. If I ever go oil drilling in the ocean, this will take the water, and if it ever fills up, then it will, I may have to put some water in there so that it knows what to do about that. There was some water in there at one point, must have gotten taken out by someone. Lava tank, don't use it anymore. Teleporter, can't show you what that code is. Classified stuff, because if the enemy team watches our video, or even hears from someone who watches our video, it will end badly. Farm stuff, general stuff to keep us alive. It doesn't really make sense that you could do that much farming underground, but that's okay. I do not have a sword on me. I hear a slime, so I'm gonna go get me some slime balls, because we need slime balls. So, now the Europeans know what is in my special chest. I know there's so much awesome stuff in there. Like, there's so much stuff in that chest, we could just take out the entire enemy team just from what's in that chest. Hey, look, a slime. Die, slime, die. Actually, I should take this atomic disassembler to these things so I don't... Except that completely destroys the entire... Okay, sword, come back here. Yes, pardon me while I destroy the slime farm, because apparently I'm very good at that. Okay, got me some slime balls. Come here, cobble. Fill in your freaking holes. And I don't know what the heck this is here, but someone is apparently mining. We have a second level to our slime farm, and I am going to be turning off quartz later in my video, because it's just, well... there are some places that we cannot let the Europeans know about. So, we will be off to our above-ground base as soon as I get rid of these slimes, and I will see you there in a few. And here we are, our above-ground base. This is our bunker with a portal in it. Once again, you cannot know teleporter codes. Looks like it's night out, but I've got this awesome Navy SEAL stuff on. I enchanted it. The enchantments aren't necessarily great, but they're okay. And I get all these potion effects when I have the... each piece of armor seems to do a different potion or something, but kind of awesome. Feels a tiny bit like the modular power suits So we've got a couple of missile silos here. I think they were massively devastated in the last attack as we had some misfires, and I think we blew up our own base. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't think they've fully repaired them. The missile station seems to be set back up, but we don't actually have any missiles back in place, which means if we get attacked, things may not end well. But we've got a launch that's over there where we were going to the moon a few episodes back. This is our radar tower. Got some fancy I hate these doors. I can never open doors with buttons in them. And we've got some fancy stuff up here. Radar. Got lots of power. It's contributing to our, well, if we had a power issue, it would be contributing to it. But since we don't have a power issue, not contributing to it. Apparently this is set up to emit a redstone signal if it detects an incoming missile, which apparently has caused this missile to get launched. We did have a missile sitting here. It must have gotten launched at some incoming enemy missile and saved us all from massive amounts of destruction. So this is the part of the base that the Europeans attack when they decide that we need to die. Seriously, these doors. We need to just like pressure plate them. But okay. In here we've got shooting range. You know, we come in here, we pull guns out of chest, we shoot dummies. There are some dummy targets placed in various places across the dotted landscape with craters from our own explosive testing. Hello. Watch me destroy the building again, but you are going to die. Yep. Look at me go. Moonstone. We've, after we quarried the moon, we decided to build stuff out of moonstone. And we've got some moon buggies here, and some fuel stations. This stuff is all tesseracted around from everywhere. So as you can see, completely full. If I want to drive off, we've even got a racetrack here. I won't bother showing you guys around the racetrack. I'll save that for when we actually record a race, because it's kind of uninteresting if it's just me running around and failing to do anything in a moon buggy. But, oh, okay, these things back up funky. But, there's our moon buggy situation. Got the pattern on the moon, finally built some moon buggies. Did not do the greatest parking job in the world, but if I can get out of this thing, sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's not. As you can see, it's quite glitchy. Whether it's easy to get out of the thing or not, what happens afterwards, who knows. Hey look, I'm even going to take some damage getting out of there. I hit load fuel. You see it'll put a little bit of fuel back in there. Come here. Okay, it's full. Stop loading. Now, let me glitch around for another 3 minutes. Take some more damage. That's very weird, taking damage getting out of there. And that is about it for our above ground base. I have heard rumors that enemy base has some serious defenses, at least against ground assault troops. I think we're planning a scouting mission pretty soon. We gotta go see exactly what they've got, but we may be in for it if we don't bring some pretty heavy artillery with us or something. But we shall see. So, next off the moon, we've got a teleporter that takes us to the moon now. Got my gear on. I will meet you guys on the moon in a few. Alright, here is the moon. As far as I can tell, it is currently daytime on the moon because it's quite a bit brighter than it was last year. I believe someone calculated that the day-night cycles are like 9 hours on the moon. Maybe it's 7 hours, somewhere around there. I believe it corresponds accurately to, given that a Minecraft day is a half hour, it takes actual like 14 Minecraft days for the sun to do its thing up here, which is exactly how it works in the real world. So, sun is high in the sky. It looks like, for me, I'll still have sun on the moon for another couple of hours. If I wanted to do something up here, I could be productive. As you can see, we've got some quarried areas here. I don't particularly want to go down there because I would not be able to get back out. but there's some of that unbreakable stone. It looks like we ran into part of that dungeon that we were in when we were fighting the boss while quarrying. We did some more quarrying over here. Got a little rocket base in case our teleporter system goes down and we can't get back, but you can see there, that's the unbreakable stone and dungeon from the outside. So if you're really lost on the moon and you need to find dungeons, just quarry out the entire moon and everything will, you know, you'll eventually find everything. Now it looks like we've got a flag here. I'm assuming that we quarried out the area where Ron and I placed our flags before. Looks like Ron's got his flag back up. I'll have to see if I can make one of those before too long. Oh, and also the chords on the moon, I believe, are fairly similar to the chords on the regular bit of the regular world. So I don't think I'm giving anything away by showing the chords here, but we do have a very secret base which you've probably seen me in. Just want to see where we get to in the nether when we take this. Don't think I've been here before. Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Looks like we go to the nether where our base is. So if I go back through this, I might, just might, end up back in the real world, or I might end up on the moon, or who knows. I appear to have ended up not too far outside of our base. Or maybe I'm just in the middle of a ravine somewhere. Let me get my chords. Myself oriented may just end up teleporting somewhere. I will probably show you our nuclear bunker next, and from there, I think we might have another couple of things to show you, but we will get to the end farm eventually. Welcome to our secret underground base located at bedrock at some unknown map coordinates. If anyone on the enemy team is super skilled in algorithms or something, you could probably try like generating a map of the entire world and then you know, doing some sort of hashing search for our, like, the current image in my mini-map, you know. But if you want to go to all that trouble, which, goodness gracious, yeah, okay, fine, you can know the location of our secret base. Otherwise, sorry, nope. So, there's an episode up on FunshineX's channel, and I believe also on MDog's channel, about how we built this place. I was involved, but didn't bother recording because too much work. But we extract uranium into cheese, turn cheese into uranium hexafluoride, which we don't have any of, and then that stuff gets centrifuged into these, or maybe this entire system is just offline. Okay, brilliant. Hey, we ran out of power. What? I don't understand. Hey, they turned the cube around. Guess what? Wrench, you're coming over here. Because I want power. Yep, okay. We have a lot of uranium-238. We have quite a bit of uranium-235. This is the stuff that we actually use to make nukes and such. You guys have probably seen most of this. Let me reorient this thing so that people don't get mad at me. Fission reactors in here. Supposedly, our... oh, I see, this is supposed to... And this thing is not on because we have run out of uranium. And I don't want to put any more back in there because I will die and it will end horribly. But we've got some fusion going on over here, and that looks like it's generating a bunch of power. These things are just completely full and transmitting power, I'm assuming, back to our base with that. So basically this is a fusion reactor. What we had over here was fission, You know, this is the stuff that us humans with our modern technology are actually able to build. Fission reactors. Of course, they don't look anything like this. I have no idea what they look like, but fission reactors, this is what we want to be able to build because this is how the sun works, fusion reactors. It says no deuterium, which means it's not working at the moment, but we have so much power it doesn't even matter. So, if we put 16 deuterium in it when the batteries are low, the energy cube will also need to have some power in it, then it will create all the power, and I have no idea how it works, but it looks awesome. So, there you go. I will meet you at the Ender farm. Welcome to the end, everyone. I have built this off in the middle of nowhere. No need for the Europeans to know the chords of this either, but if they do find it, heck, you know what? If they want to look real quick, here's F3, so you can see the chords. Okay. Have fun, you get to write those down, it'll be a challenge. If you come here, you will die. It's one of those, you know, if you build it, they will come sort of things, because this, yeah, this will cause death. Oh, and by the way, Europeans, if you don't see a force field projector or a defense station of any kind, that's okay, it's not here, don't worry, it will totally not kill you when you come. So yeah, just a heads up, if any Europeans want to come here, have fun, you will die. Yeah, because if you guys want an Enderman farm that, you know, is awesome for level gaining and all that stuff, well, make your own. I'm not stopping you. I'm not going to go visit your base. I'm not going to go visit your Ender farm. You got my own. Thank you very much. Apparently I've got guns everywhere. I can shoot these things. To do. My atomic disassembler is so much more efficient. Come here and die, you fools. Most of these things should be almost dead anyway. I don't know why I get a couple that are at full health or close to full health, like that guy. Don't know what's up with him, but he'll be dead soon. Freaking Enderman. No, I did not quote End of Z World. It's okay. It was accidental. Yeah, the Endermen are dead. And that's that. I will, if you like, go float up to the top, show you how it's done. You know, fairly standard Enderman farm. Most of you have probably seen this sort of thing before. I've added one trick that I've never seen done on an Enderman farm before, for maintenance purposes. Someone told me I should run the redstone wire all the way down to the ground for it, but I'm too lazy, so have to climb all the way up. I will fast forward through that for you guys. Well guys, I think I found my problem. Looks like there's a place here where I left it 3 high, where it's not supposed to be. So that's where the Endermen are spawning. I will have to go get some cobble and fix that, but I will do that when you guys are not watching because it won't be interesting at all. Just need to add some more cobble along the top of this guy here. See, I remembered to make it too high up there. I just forgot on that level. Here's the top. I had some glitches with the water when I was placing it all. You know, there were a bunch of blocks everywhere, and water did not go back to normal. It's a little annoying like lava. Okay, we'll use the busted level to show you how this works. You know, there are buttons, or you can use signs or anything that prevents vines from growing downwards. So there are vines, buttons prevent them from going down. You may see 2 rows of buttons. That's because I originally had 2 rows of vines, but I had the buttons too low, so I had to raise the buttons up 1, which is why I usually start out with 2 rows of vines in case I messed up. But then, you know, pistons, alternating repeaters, and redstone. Then there are just sticky pistons behind these things that push them out. If I step on this thing, you know, it pushes me back. Luckily, because I'm holding shift, I don't die. But there's this cool button here, which you might be able to see. Yep, you can see there's some redstone back there that just goes all the way along, and I've got a little funky repeater woozy doodle thing going on that allows the signal to keep going down while still powering the piston underneath what the repeater would normally power. If you've got red power and you can use red alloy wire, you don't even have to bother with that, but sadly there's no red alloy wire in this mod pack, and so I had to go old-fashioned Minecraft and fiddle around with some stuff. So, this button right here, I'm assuming most of you have figured out what it does, but guess what? It just pushes everything out. You can see the delay there caused by the repeater halfway down, and it's not halfway, it just had to be somewhere. That is because sometimes an Enderman spawns and gets pushed off so quickly that the piston doesn't retract in time. You can actually see the sticky piston there on this guy when he pops out. But, you know, sometimes the piston will not pull the cobble back. So if I hook it up to a button and just say, hey, all pistons go out, if there are any pieces of cobble that are stuck there and therefore preventing Enderman from spawning in that location, it will pull the piece of cobble back. So basically an easy way, instead of, you know, if you one back on a mod pack where I had flight, I would fly around, mine the block of cobble, and then put it back next to the piston, but I got tired of doing that, and especially since I don't have flight, I don't want to have to walk my way all the way down here, because I can, well, sometimes. Watch me die. Okay, I don't usually fall down, but apparently I did this time. Good thing I got caught on the level below, or I would be probably pretty dead right now. I haven't tried jumping down here with the Navy SEAL. Not sure how much protection it gives in terms of fall damage. Of course, if this were on the moon, we'd have no problem at all. But, you know, we've got a bit of a fall damage in the end here. So that is how that works. Just basically a little maintenance button there. And also, if you are up here, it was very useful when I was building the next layer, because if I would have to go down and get stuff, and stuff had already spawned everywhere, then I could just push this button and everything would fall off and go down there. I wouldn't have to worry about killing everything. And that was, say, before I had all the pressure plates in place, because there was one time where I forgot all the pressure plates, and I just had all the redstone and cobble and pistons in place, but the pressure plates were gone, and so Endermen spawned everywhere. They didn't get pushed off, and I came up here and I was like, I do not want to have to push all you Endermen off, or, you know, fight like 30 Endermen at once. So, pushed button, they all fell off, you know, happy stuff happened. Alright, I will see you guys back down at the bottom. Want to show you one more thing that I forgot to mention while I was down there. Regarding lever, most people have probably seen it if they've ever seen an Ender farm before, but you know. Okay. Obviously there aren't very many Endermen down here because I was just up there preventing them all from attacking. And since there are only 3 layers on this Enderman farm, it doesn't exactly have a really good spawn rate, but I was able to, on multiple test runs, get from level 0 to level 30 in about 8 minutes on this, which is not bad. Alright, back. Had a little real-life interruption. And the one last thing I wanted to show you guys is the lever. The entire floor drops. Now any Endermen who fall that 1 extra block necessary to kill them, and they will die. Just wait for one to show up here for you. So there you go. You see those guys? They just died when they hit the ground. So if you're in need of weapons or ender pearls or whatever, that is how you get them. I seem to be all full up of ammo. I just seem to be getting guns, and they do seem to drop this stuff when they die even without player interaction, so lots of stuff. We will use this to cause the complete and utter annihilation of the enemy team, because even if they do what the Germans did and build vastly superior weapons to ours, we will just have so many more that it won't even matter. Alright, one more thing before I wrap up this episode. This teleporter right here, you will actually see this code. Oh no, wait, oh, dang. You know what? You guys would never have guessed that code. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna teleport to the, oh, hey, I didn't die. You know what? I would have expected to die when I teleported to that. Don't worry, I'm sure by the next episode, by the time I teleport to that, I will die because the Europeans will set up some sort of trap around that, although I proposed a treaty to them. Hopefully making this a common grounds teleporter, like, you know, we built it, we supplied it, if they want to use it, I don't care, just so long as they don't destroy it. Anyway, it's right next to this end portal here, because for whatever reason, if you're in the end, and you use this teleporter to teleport out, you kind of just fall into the void of the end and you never get out again, and you usually die and lose all your stuff. There are a few tricky ways to save yourself. You often die from fall damage, but you may be able to salvage your stuff. But to avoid that, you can just teleport to another portal in the end, instead of teleporting out of the end. And so I just made one that's close to the, you know, portal here, and I just go back to my bed. So that should wrap it up. I will see you guys next time on Dystopia Cubed.